Thank you for flying Air Audible. Please, put on your headphones and relax as we begin our ethereal journey through the worlds of fiction. Our first destination today takes you beyond the wall. Then, if you look to your left, you'll see the planet Mars. Get a galactic tan. After our brief stop in Gilead, our next stop is your own. Be it the mythical world of Hogwarts or ancient Greece, there are limitless possibilities. Wherever it is, we'll get you there in style. The difference is audible.
The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. It is unsafe for epileptics. It kills lab rats. Why are you still here?
You don't like it?
Do I not like your Hitler Youth haircut?
Yeah. Do you don't like it?
I mean, as a Jew, I shouldn't like it. So no.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry, dude. I just tripped over my penis. Sorry about that.
It happens.
Broadcast live.
Coming to you live.
We're live.
In front of an audience from around the world, where we talk about fighters, fighting, and events. Welcome to Fight World Live, where you can hear about the latest in the world of combat sports. Get ready to gear up and square up, because we are going live. And now, broadcasting live.
We will broadcast live.
This is Fight World Live.
Very seldomly do I drink like on the show anymore, but this calls for the occasion because we have so much to talk about, so much to cover, and we gotta cover it like a Trojan condom. So, Gabe, are you ready for 5 topics?
Let's get going, buddy.
All right, let's fucking be in this bitch like an unborn baby. Let's go. 5 topics. Gabe, are you ready for topic number 1?
Let's do number 1. That's
all right. Let's go. Topic number 1. Topic number 1. Oh, Gabe, you're gonna have so much shit to say about this, especially being a combat sports veteran of your stature. So, Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul broke all records. I was there covering the fight. I actually did the live stream and I did the commentary. 16 million broke a all-time record in the genre.
What's up, everybody? This is Dave Parr, the Big Dick Man of all combat sports, live from Dallas Cowboy Stadium.
How's Netflix treating you? It's been good. It's been busy. It's been 4 days of craziness. Because we did the weigh-ins, the scrimmage on the mats or in the ring, and then we did the conference.
You're getting initiated.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, the fight that finally happened, broke all records, but it might have been in a bad way or a good way. Gabe, what say you, good sir, about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul?
Mike Tyson, when I was a young boy, was the most terrifying man in the world, and I 100% understand the nostalgic part of it. But much like Bloodsport is a seeming trial of monkey dung now, Mike Tyson is not the man that he once was. And a 58-year-old man going against a man in his 20s is criminal. And I give Jake Paul credit because he did not take advantage, because after round 2, Tyson had nothing.
Nothing.
And he could have knocked him out.
No,
and
nothing.
Doing his very best to kind of keep him in the game and not. And now that might have been for money, which is a possibility. It could have been that it was stipulated in advance that it was because it's an exhibition, they can do whatever they want. But it was sad, man. It's sad. Like you have these legends and like you see them hitting mitts and I'm watching it and people are like, oh, but look at Mike Tyson hitting pads. And you're just like, okay, he hits pads.
Yeah. Those are 30-second snippets.
Exactly. And it was sad, man. And look, Tyson just had like some medical issue, 4 months ago? Like where he almost died? Like
he almost died. And he had medical issues last year also. So he had medical issues last year where he almost died. He was in a wheelchair and walking on crutches. And then this year he almost died in June and July.
Criminal. So that's criminal. Now I'm thankful that Mike isn't hurt, and I'm glad he made a bunch of money. And dude, he deserves it 100%. But it's sad. It's sad, and then it diminishes who he once was.
And that's what I was talking about. Remember how we were talking about so many fucking times how we were talking about, man, if you have all this career of Mike Tyson, and he beat fucking Tony Tucker, he beats Michael Spinks, he beats Larry Holmes, and now there's an asterisk. He lost to Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, who are two of the best fighters of his generation and Olympic gold medalists. But now there's there's a loss and an L on his record, and it's Jake Paul. And I don't think Jake Paul earned that shit. Jake Paul, it's.
I disagree with you because his last fight was a bum, and he quit on the stool on the 6th round.
2005, I remember that. But nevertheless, Jake Paul, I don't think he's earned that. With basic boxing mechanics and basic fundamentals, which he has the fundamentals down, but you saw a lot of, he was weighing punches. He had his chin out. He still is making those novice mistakes. He's still a novice. That's what it comes down to. He's a 4-year veteran of the sport. He's only been boxing for 4 years. He is still relatively new. He's still a novice with basic boxing mechanics and fundamentals. He never trained under a Customato. He never went to the Junior Olympics like Mike Tyson, who almost qualified for the Olympic Games in 1980, I believe, or 1984 rather. And he's never earned that. He didn't earn that shit. And so
you saw when he fought Tommy Fury, who is not a world beater by any standard, but Tommy Fury showed you what a decent boxer would do against him.
Yeah, and so this is what I know. So this is what I pieced together, and this is my critique of the event. So one, the production was amazing. So Netflix, shout out to them, even though their engineers had a fucking hard time. But I give them grace, considering this is Netflix's first forte into any sort of combat sports live event. Yep. And I talked to the guys at Netflix. When I was escorted in by the Netflix people, they're like, "Holy shit, this is a completely different animal. Welcome to the fight business, motherfucker." I said, congratulations on being initiated, because this is what the business is like. It's crazy. It's weigh-ins. It's press conferences. It's fights. It's things breaking out. It's weigh-ins. It's all this plethora of stuff. Welcome. You've just been initiated. Congratulations, motherfucker. Completely different type of monster. So outside, I was talking to a guy who's filming a documentary. He said that he's filming a documentary for Netflix. I was talking to him, older gentleman. He also was a boxing enthusiast, so God love him. So I was talking to him, and he's telling me that he was told that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, both of them, were not allowed to knock each other out in the first or second round. And I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking, what's Mike Tyson's only path to victory? Knocking out Jake Paul in the first or second round, right? And then you see how the fight breaks out. And Mike Tyson won for round 1, and I had him winning round 2. And then he just slowly starts to fade away. And then there's a lot of conspiracy theories about if the fight was fixed, if it was fucking just like a bullshit fight.
So if there's an agreement that there's no knockout, in the first and second round, that's a fixed fight. Even if you're going to go with like, look, the fight's going to be the fight. We're just going to, we're going to play it out where it plays out. As long as we make a gentleman's agreement not to knock each other out for the first 2 rounds, that is a fixed fight.
Right.
The reality, like genuinely, because like that there are betting lines for first and second round, and as you put, and you are correct, the only true path for Mike Tyson was a knockout. And I'm going to even go one farther. In the first round, a knockout in the first round was the only. But I knew it wasn't going to happen. Like but even with that, that makes it a fixed fight, in my opinion.
But like maybe he's an old guy. Maybe he's just suffering through Alzheimer's. But I don't know why he would have a reason to lie to somebody he doesn't even fucking know. And we were discussing this and talking in confidence. But then like the wheels in my head started spinning. And like there were a couple of things I didn't like Rosie Perez. What the fuck? Like there were people messaging me saying that. Yeah, dude.
Decision. Like genuinely,
there were people messaging me. Dude, there were fucking people messaging me saying that they had to crack stream because they couldn't get Netflix working, and they would mute it and just go on, and they could tell me to go fuck my mother or whatever in the fucking chat or whatever. But they would mute the commentary and just go on our watch party. Why the fuck would you have Rosie Perez?
Well, I know that that's happened before where they have non-athletes and non-commentators in the sport.
And it's fucking garbage.
And
why?
Rosie Perez, like I guess celebrity holds some weight, but that again, that holds zero weight. It was confusing.
It's absolutely fucking absurd. And they had Cedric the Entertainer and everything like this. And I'm watching this all unfold. I'm like, this is going to be a fucking debacle, but it's going to be great for me because people are going to view into my fucking live stream. So Mazel Tov. Rosie Perez, you commentate your dick off.
Like, genuine. She doesn't have any insight.
No.
Like, really confusing and really poor. But someone made the decision and I'm curious. I was like, you know what? Would be a great idea.
Rosie Perez.
And everyone else in the meeting were like, should have been like, who? Wait, what? Like,
they had one TV on, like the fucking like you could just see like a round table of just like this executives, this conglomerate of Netflix people, and you see this one guy who's just watching Do the Right Thing and watching White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah,
you need that bitch. You know,
that's the one.
That's the one. That's our golden goose of the promised land.
That's what's gonna bring all this together.
Like this guy, it's like a critical meeting, and these guys are having heart palpitations. Shit, they're like, "What we're gonna do to save this program? Get me Rosie Perez."
Look, we understand that Mike Tyson is aging, and we know that Jake Paul. This is what would bring this all together and make people not angry. Oh, Rosie Perez.
Rosie fucking Perez. Oh yeah, totally made perfect sense. As much sense as sewing my butt cheeks together and eating Taco Bell. Like it made. I'd rather butt fuck cancer than listen to Rosie Perez commentate another boxing fight. And I'm sorry for saying that in front of your child.
She just, it's. I have to take it back. Actually, the primary reason why I tuned in is because I found out Rosie Perez was going to be doing commentary. That was the selling point for me. I wasn't going to watch it all. Then I'm like, wait a minute, who? Yeah, I'm definitely have to watch this.
Gabe is in his office at Kajuja MMA and Fitness and just like stewing in his chair and I'm not gonna watch this. And then you get a call. You'll never believe it, Gabe. Rosie Perez is commentating, and you're like, "Mother of God!" And you just turn it on immediately.
I say classes are canceled. We're closing up shop. We're getting to Netflix. Let's go.
Your wife is like, "But Gabe, no, we have to watch the kids." Fuck the kids. Rosie Perez.
It's Rosie Perez.
It's Rosie fucking Perez.
Hey.
Get a divorce. Like put your kids up for adoption. Like Rosie Perez is commentating.
Yeah.
Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz will be on tonight. No boasting, true and tried. It's Buzzwood, it's ride or die. Slow down and catch the vibe. Weekly buzz will be on tonight. No boasting, true and tried. It's Buzzwood, it's ride or die.
Yo, LAX, we live. Let's go, baby.
Look at this fucking crowd.
There's no way all these people are real, dude. Ain't no way. I'll put $1 on it. Really chased our dreams.
I have a very close friend of mine that does X5 podcast, not fighters, it's musicians and comedians. That's it, Medusa, go on, Medusa, Hydra, Zeus, and Hermes. No, Hermes.
I'm towards your father, actually, a little bit. Actually, that's really...
What's up, man? What's up, Montana? Welcome you. Nice to meet you, David. How are you? Pretty good. How you doing? Good, man.
We got to get some gold teeth. You're not going to fit in if you don't have them gold teeth, bro. You're going to have to go.
I'm saying if I you too, I was going to say, dude, I don't have to sleep tonight.
3 defeats from Charleston, South Carolina, by way of San Benito, Texas. Here is from Jersey, Jimmy El Terror Rivera. The challenger, Jimmy Rivera, 144.6. And his opponent holds an undefeated BKFC record at 6-0. He is your let's go! Heavyweight champion from Great Falls, Montana, King here it is, ladies and gentlemen, your main event, BKFC on DAZN, Montana, for the undisputed BKFC World Featherweight Championship, the undefeated champion. Let's go! Let's go! Get loud, baby! All right, first up, let's talk to the challenger, Jimmy Rivera. Here you are. You're in Montana. You're in his backyard. But tomorrow night, you have a chance to become the world champion of BKFC. How's it all sitting right now? How you feeling going into tomorrow night?
Listen, I'm feeling good. I've never been in Montana before. Came here, love the state, love the hospitality. I came here to do 2 days, shoot bubblegum and fuck Kai up. I'm all out of bubblegum.
All right. Oh, yeah, come on over here, Kai. King Kai Stewart, you're back home, man. That has you got another challenger coming your way. This is different than the guys you fought before. What sort of challenges does Jimmy Rivera present tomorrow night, main event, BKFC on DAZN?
Jimmy Rivera is an absolute legend of the sport, but let's be real. This is BKFC, and I'm BKFC 2.0, baby. We're getting the win. We're getting the knockout. King Kai lives on.
Champion King Kai Stewart.
Let's go!
All right, fight fans, that is a wrap for the official weigh-in show, BKFC on DAZN. We'll see you tomorrow at the First Interstate Arena here in Billings.
Right, now we're going to go live for the amateur weigh-in.
6 p.m.
Check it, yeah! Good job, Kai!
Break him!
Yeah!
Break him!
Here you go! The longer the fight goes, the better you are. Here we go, buddy.
Break him, Kai!
Keep tagging him, baby. Keep tagging him. Touch that chin. Couple together. Put your combos together. Your world, God, it's your world. Here we go, buddy. Let's go. Get in there. Car. Don't overreach. Dance. Hit the ground. Say something to the boys. BKFC 2.0. Love the boys. It's the best world. Let's go. He's in a whole little media situation called the Legend, dude. I'm not worthy, dude. NWO, yes, sir, dude. The Stinger was my all-time favorite, bro. So, dude, the epic, it's like WCW build-up for Sting. He's my all-time favorite, man. What a legend. It was a great time. Dude, I'm the Weekly Mush. I'm so happy and honored to be here.
Are you ready for topic number 2? Okay, let's go. Topic number 2. Okay, topic number 2, and I think you would have a strong opinion on this. Fighters fighting aged fighters. Obviously, piggybacking off of what we just talked about. What say you, Gabe?
What a weekend for that. So, okay, so we just talked about the Tyson Paul fight, but let's go on to Jones versus Miocic.
Which is the next topic.
And Miocic is 42, hasn't fought in 3 years, and John Jones decides that this is the fight, and they build it up like, oh, he's the greatest heavyweight of all time, even though his last fight was a loss to Ngannou. And they go on and on about how amazing he is. And look, I think Stipe is one of the best champions that the UFC's ever had. I have nothing but respect for him, but he had zero business being in the ring.
Yeah.
He was slow. He seemed like he was always on. He was flat-footed. He never was able to get anything off. His timing was off. It was, in a lot of ways, I was just like, this is what they're feeding us after last night watching, the Tyson Paul fight.
Yeah.
Look, legends are legends for a reason. Them fighting past their prime, I think that they should have the opportunity to do it. They should make as much money as they possibly can, but they're tarnishing who they are.
And it's the same shit when watching like Sakuraba later in his career. Like, I just want him to retire, please retire. And then when it got to a point where he's fighting Jason Mayhem Miller, and Jason Mayhem Miller is showing mercy on him, just like, they're legends for a reason. And like, I get it too. And for selfish reasons, we always want to see our favorite fighters walk into the ring and make that walk. Chuck Liddell fighting Tito Ortiz again. Oh, I'm nostalgic. Member berries. Like, we all want to see our favorite fighters go in the fucking ring again. But when is enough where it's going to ruin your freaking childhood? When it's going to actually say, holy shit, I just watched my childhood hero die in the fucking ring because I just wanted to see him so bad. And I get there's a market for it, but it's the wrong market. We should be celebrating the best fighting the best as opposed to getting these nostalgia berries and always, this is the reason why the Star Wars reboots didn't work, because it's not the Star Wars, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, so I was about to say, I wouldn't mind legend matchups.
Oh, like a Masters. Yes, like a Masters division.
We got that with Jones and Tyson, and it was pathetic. It made me.
It was not pathetic, Gabe. It was memorable. It was an exhibition. It was an exhibition game.
It was sad.
It was awesome. Roy Jones Jr. You got to see Roy Jones Jr. share the ring with Mike Tyson. Like,
no, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
We watched two aging boxers attempt to do something which was not exciting and didn't show any of their real capability. Either one of them. Both those guys in their prime are elite beyond elite. We didn't see them in their prime. We saw them so aged and just sad. It was sad.
Thank God for beer. Thank God I picked. This is a show that I had to pick beer because I knew we were going to argue at one point in time. Gabe, it is what it is. If we saw two, let's see these legends fight in an exhibition fight. We know what we're watching. We know what we're getting ourselves into. If you thought you were going to have a slug out fight with Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson in an exhibition bout, dude, you're not managing your expectations. But if we see Roy Jones Jr. fighting against freaking Sean Strickland or fighting against like one of the top names, or if we see Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, and it's promoted as a professional fight, like Mike Tyson or this Asian fighter actually has a chance, then you're letting everybody down. Everybody wanted to see a bloodbath. If any way that Jake Paul wins this fight, people are going to go home disappointed. Everybody wanted to see a glimmer of hope of Mike Tyson knocking him out. Everybody wanted to see Stipe, pretty much derail the hype train that is John Bones Jones. Everybody wanted to see that, and we didn't get it. So that's why I think in a lot of ways, you and a lot of people are disappointed by that. These aging fighters, put them against the aging fighters and managing expectations, yeah. But like when you're putting the aging fighters, I think if expectations are not properly managed, that's what pisses people off. And I think that's what turns people off.
My expectation is to have the best in the time fighting the best of the time.
Exactly.
Fighting aging fighters so they can get a win and pretend like this win has substance when it doesn't have substance.
I think the biggest problem is these fighters are so attracted and so used to the crowd, the roar of the crowd, the money, the fans, the girls, everything that comes along with it, the training camp, the hype to the training camp. And now it's even, the volume's turned way even more up considering with social media and everything like that. So these aging fighters are getting a taste of that, attention, like Mike Tyson hitting mitts and stuff for those 30 seconds. Not realizing too, Mike Tyson, when when I was at open workouts, Mike Tyson was gassed after 4 minutes.
Really? That's sad.
And he went to Rafael. He's like, I'm done. After 4 minutes. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Round 2, fight.
I'm the most brutal, Michigan, most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
Fight.
These guys keep buttoning trying to cut me and get these fast red cuts. I gotta retaliate. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
I rule this world. You are nothing. Round 1, fight.
I want to eat his children. I want to eat his children.
Is that your best? Round 2, fight.
I want to eat his children. I want to eat his.
Okay, Jake Paul's next opponents. Jake Paul versus Helio Gracie.
He's dead.
Jake Paul versus Muhammad Ali.
He's dead.
And Jake Paul fighting against Stephen Hawking.
I mean, they're on multiple levels.
I would love to see the trash talk. Like, Jake Paul, you are a fucking bitch. Jake Paul.
I mean, but he's also dead, so.
He's also dead, too.
It's a, I mean, but yeah.
Do you know what sound that Stephen Hawking made when he died?
Goodbye.
Wow. Wow. That was funny, but horrible.
Yep. What's that? We keep it cooking in the oven.
I don't want to talk about anybody, but I will talk about Lil Baby. Lil Baby's an asshole. He cheated in dice with Steven Steiny. He was bullying Steiny because he was the smallest guy, which is not cool. And, like, he kind of came at me, but then I made him laugh. You know, I do the African American. They wanted me to do it. Lil Baby acted offended or whatever.
I want your Mount Rushmore of comedians.
How many guys are on Mount Rushmore? 4?
Yeah, 4.
I'm glad you asked Frank that question because I always forget.
Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle, Louis C.K., he's a legitimate genius, and Bill Burr. There are a lot of honorable mentions. Chris Rock, back in the day, Sebastian, I love Sebastian. I love Eddie Griffin. He's like this black guy who was big in like the 90s, early. I love his energy.
Are you a bacon, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese, or turkey, egg, and cheese kind of guy?
If you say turkey, egg, and cheese, get the f*** out now.
No, God, no. Gun to my head, it would be bacon, egg, and cheese. But I love sausage, egg, and cheese.
You putting it on a bagel? You put it on a roll? Or
on a roll.
If I'm not at a bagel spot, I don't get bagel.
I love ketchup, but not on my eggs.
I disagree with you
Like
on
salt,
that.
pepper, and hot sauce I go.
Salt, pepper, ketchup, and mayo. And I would also say Long Island has far superior bacon, egg, and cheese spots to New York City.
How the heck did you guys end up with Big Ed on the show?
I can't really tell you why, but my wife threw him out of the house.
And then I had to pick him up and bring him to the Chalet Motor Inn, and they thought probably I was trying to grip him because the people up front, he's like, and you're staying too? I'm like, no.
I got a million kids, so we had nowhere to put him, so I put him downstairs in the basement with bunny rabbits and hamsters and Big Ed and like all these living creatures.
smelled.
Yes, I swear to God.
He said it
He
smelled.
said it smelled to me. Like, and then he goes, oh, smell hamsters and guinea pigs and and rabbits.
Are you ready for topic number 3?
Go. Number 3.
You may call me David Potter, short name Satan. Let's go. Topic number 3. All right, topic number 3. Oh, this is a good one. UFC 309 review took place at Madison Square Garden, New York City. What say you, good sir?
I watched it at a friend's house.
Okay.
It was a mediocre card at best. Maybe even worse. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay, so let's start off. I only saw the main card, so I can't say about the prelims. But the Brazilian kid, they were going on and on about how good he is, how amazing he is. He lands one punch here or there, which was really, really good. But there's no combinations. The other kid was just tough. You could tell like he was durable and ready to fight and was going to fight, but it was a lackluster fight. And one of my least favorite things which I saw multiple times that night was you know what? I'm up rounds. I have no problem giving up for the last round.
Coasting.
We saw it twice. That fight, he was up 2 rounds and maybe he was exhausted and tired, which is they were saying this in the broadcast about how that's very Conor-esque, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Rightfully so.
But, it was more Connor X. He would be, oh yeah, let's go to round number 3. Oh, you do fucking Norton. Oh.
You don't know what the after party was like. You can't make that assumption. But the kid was decent, but it wasn't like they were going on and on about like how amazing he was. It was mediocre. It was okay. His one shots were nice, but they were single shots. They weren't combinations. And he seemed like he was working for that one punch knockout, which didn't materialize.
Okay.
Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. Mediocre. Paul Craig, if he would have added a few more strikes, more punches, he would have won every round. And everyone's talking about like Bo Nickel being so great, this and that. He never utilized his skills to show what he was. He showed mediocre striking. It was mediocre. At best, mediocre striking. for 3 rounds. Wow. But the thing is, Paul Craig isn't going to take him down. And let's see how good you are on the ground. Like Paul Craig is good on the ground. Show your Bo Nickel brings world-class wrestling to the table. It did not utilize it at all. And he can say whatever he wants. He's a workman. He's just trying to get his work. You know what? You're there to make money, but you're also there to make fans. Going on to Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler only fights one way. He never varies it up. And don't get me wrong, it's always going to be exciting.
Always going to be exciting.
But I am looking for movement in a division. As a former lightweight myself, that is very, very exciting.
You dig Bandit lightweight and 4-time world champion lightweight, if you will. Continue.
But I want to see movement in the division.
Correct.
A rematch where Oliveira starched him wasn't that entertaining anyways. I was glad it was a 5-round fight. I was glad. But then again, 4 rounds. Now, Oliveira's corner tells him he's going to come out hard in the 5th. And we knew that was going to happen. But as soon as he took his back, what does he do? He's coasting. He knows he's up 4 rounds. He knows he's up 4 rounds. Now, and we got the pro wrestling slams, which everybody loves.
Fucking awesome.
But for me, it's like I want to see some actual movement in the division.
Yeah.
And for a co-main event, that being the co-main, was it entertaining? 100%. Was there the almost factor of now, that's the other part. There were probably 20 shots to the back of Oliveira's head the referee did nothing about, and Peterson is off the hook. That is garbage.
More shots to the face than a Paris Hilton sex tape. I agree with you, sir.
Genuinely, there's an issue with that, and the fact that he allowed that to happen, that could have changed the outcome of the fight. True. If it would have been a stoppage, it would have been one of the worst the worst stoppages, but like a really, really bad stoppage.
Yeah.
Because he allowed multiple illegal shots to the back of the head.
Right. More shots to the back of the head than a Paris Hilton sex tape. Speaking of which, didn't you train with Paris Hilton?
I did, yes.
Roll that clip.
No, not necessary. Not necessary. Which brings us to the main event of the night.
The main event of the evening.
As I said earlier, Miocic is a gangster and a very likable guy and a really exceptional heavyweight that is also 42 years old and has not fought in 3 years. His last fight being a knockout to Ngannou. Putting him against John Jones and you trying to sell it as this is such a marquee fight, I wasn't buying it.
Not buying it.
And John Jones did exactly what I expected him to do, which was to piece up Stipe.
Took him down like he was fucking nothing. Did you see
that? Was a beautiful footwork, like beautiful timing. That was just, and then that was the only takedown of the fight, but it was masterful. And then his striking was great. But again, I don't want to see John Jones fight an aging champion. Right. I want to see John Jones fight Aspinall. I want to see him fight like now he wants to fight Pereira because he knows he'll beat him by takedowns. Like that's not, but I would be more interested in that fight than I would think than him fighting Stipe.
Beginning the elbows, that was the 12-6 we saw in there.
Yeah. The coaches definitely wanted me to find that 12-6 elbow. I wish I could have landed it more legit. Stipe did a really good job with his defense and the bottom. The trip was completely unexpected. It was a takedown that just kind of came to me in the moment, and I was grateful to have been able to pull that off. One thing that I'm really excited about was that spinning back kick. Yeah. That was the one thing I'm really excited about. I have amazing coaches. I have Brandon Gibson, Greg Jackson, Coach Alex, Coach Aaron. I'm just naming some of my striking coaches right now, but I really want to give a shout out to my Taekwondo coach, a guy named Paige Bates from Albuquerque, New Mexico. His family owns Bates Taekwondo in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We started about 6 months ago. We started doing the spinning back kick, he would come over my house 3 days a week, and I've worked that same kick from both stances, 3 hours a week for several months. And Bruce Lee says that he doesn't fear the man that knows 10,000 kicks, but the man who has worked one kick 10,000 times. And man, I put a lot of work in with that spinning back kick, and it's getting faster and more unpredictable. There's really no tell when it's coming, and it's a devastating shot. I didn't hit Stipe's liver. I hit him on the opposite side, but I mean, it sends shockwaves to a person's body. It can break a rib. It's just a really powerful shot. So I'm really proud of landing that shot after so many hours of working it. Shout out to you, Paige.
I also wanted to ask as well, because obviously you're someone who's considered, the greatest of all time in your sport. Another GOAT was on last night in Dallas. Were you able to catch any of the Mike Tyson fight, and what was your thoughts on him getting back in the ring at 58?
I did catch the fight. It was hard to see him so old. Roy Jones Jr. kept saying it, man, those legs aren't working. It was really hard to see. He really sold it, with the highlight videos of him training and his physique. I wish he went and showed us his ass. That was a little wild. I'm like, Mike, you didn't have to do that. Mike's a freak, I bet, dude. I'm like, Mike, you old nasty old man, you old dirty bastard, you. It was hard to watch, but I respect him so much for getting in there. That was the cool part. It's just, I'm sure, they compensated him very well. He got to give a bunch of fans what they wanted, which is just to be alive to see him compete. And for that part alone, I thank him. I'm sure a lot of us thank him.
And any respect to Jake for not, because I mean, when Holyfield came back, Belfort went and just kind of iced him in very quick fashion. And I think Jake probably could have done that later on in the fight, but he opted to let Mike get to the bell.
I don't think Jake gave him mercy. I think Jake played it smart. I think that's what it was. I think Jake knows that you're winning. Let's stop while you're ahead. Let's coast. Let's get through this fight. Because Mike can drop anyone with one shot. His legs weren't working, but that upper body was still moving, and those punches were still swinging. And I didn't view it as Jake giving him mercy. Jake coasted through that, like an intelligent fighter would.
About your friend Mike Tyson tweeted that he almost died over the summer. He said he had a bunch of blood transfusions, just had to fight to get healthy, and then his performance yesterday against Jake Paul. Just your thoughts on what we saw.
Mike Tyson was right, and I was wrong. When you guys know the whole story about Shark Week, and if you don't, I begged him not to do the Roy Jones fight. You're too old. I love you. I don't want to see you take any more punishment. So I set him up on Shark Week. He got paid good money. And he's like, you fucking... So he almost flipped out the last day and was ready to kill everybody on the boat because he had to jump in with all these sharks again in the middle of Florida. And he's like, this fucking asshole says that, he cares about me and everything else. I've been fighting since I was 12. And he throws me in the fucking ocean with a bunch of sharks. He was right about that, too. But he basically said, I told him, Mike, you're basically 60 years old. And he's like, you honestly think this fucking kid's going to do anything to me? He's not good. He's not going to fucking knock me out. He's not going to do this. And you saw him. He tripped when he was walking down the thing. He had a hard time walking up the stairs. He had a knee brace on. And Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. He made a ton of money. And I know people are mad. You stayed home on a Saturday night, but you didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? And, Mike, this is what Mike Tyson, when Mike Tyson shows up, everybody makes money. Jake Paul is fucking, I don't have to tell you guys. You guys know. Mike Tyson is the A+++ side of that thing. And he was right. Jake Paul couldn't do shit to him. So he was right and I was wrong. That's the other thing. I mean, all the people that are, there's a lot of, Portnoy went out and said that it was the greatest con job of all time. I mean, if you didn't think that that's the way the fight, I don't know what people expected. Mike's almost 60 years old. He's Mike Tyson, but he's 60 years old. And he knew that Jake Paul couldn't do anything to him. So you knew what you were going to get when you saw that fight. But you can't be mad. It was fucking free. We all got Netflix anyway, right? And you got to watch the girls fight. And the girls fight was good. You know, I know a lot of people were pissed, and it was a bit of a shit show. But you know, what did you expect? Seriously, when you stayed home and you turned on Netflix that night, were you like, "Holy fuck, I'm about to see the greatest live sporting event of all time"? No, you fucking did not. You got exactly what you thought you were gonna get.
I was there for the Serrano Taylor, but you know, it was yeah.
Oh, you were there and you flew back here? Oh.
No, to watch.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching.
Yeah, you're right. And that's the, listen, if you're a fight fan, you're right. You're right.
Dana. Going off that, sorry, because you just cut me off before. You were obviously watching the event. What did you think of like the production and stuff for Netflix? Because I imagine as you guys go into this negotiation for the next television rights.
Well, nobody does my production. I do. That's been my deal. But that's not the deal with almost every sport, maybe every sport as far as I know, but not me. Nobody's going to control my product. I do. And for Netflix, this thing was brilliant because you knew it was going to pull a massive number because of Mike Tyson, right? And to be fair to Jake, you're going to tune in to watch him get knocked out, hopefully, right? That's what everybody wants to see. And but they needed to do this test. They got the NFL coming at Christmas. They're just getting into live sports. They needed to do this to test it, to test something that they knew they would pull a big number on, and Mike Tyson pulled.
This is your first pay-per-view since Donald Trump won the election. I know he's a close friend of you, but from a business side, how does that change the UFC? Is it positive for the UFC with him being the president, or does it not change anything?
I think it's positive for the world, to be honest with you. I mean, listen, no matter what side of the fence you sit on politically, you cannot deny that there's almost like this weight that's been lifted off the country right now, and this sigh of relief. And things are already getting better. He's not even in there yet. So, yeah.
Quick question.
I know most of the people in the room disagree with me, but yeah.
Dana, when you...
I got one guy back there that's supporting everything I say tonight. Thank you, sir.
Dana, when you heard the...
I don't really understand your question about the election, but yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, I can feel the difference. When I go into places like New York that's normally crazy blue, and people are running up to me and thanking me and saying, you know, and New York has a completely different vibe this time than the last, you know, several times that I've been here. It feels like New York again. It does. One down, one to go. LA. Let's get LA back.
Dana, just in general, like, why do you think your fighters kind of relate well to Trump? Because, like, back to back, it was Bo, then Chandler, then John. Like, why do you think they relate so well to the president?
Well, if you saw the election, the entire country relates with Trump right now. Won all the swing states. The only states she won were the ones that you didn't need ID to vote in. It would have been interesting if you needed ID, how that would have played out too. I think that I think the whole country, it feels like somebody hit the reset button. Everything feels, and however this election went, everybody was hoping it was a blowout. Either way, so there would be no more bullshit. And what I think is, I think everybody's tired of the bullshit, man. We're all tired. We all just want to live our lives and run our businesses and raise our families and do all that shit. And hopefully this stuff will all simmer down in the next 4 years.
Fair enough. And while we're on the topic, let's go. Topic number 4. Topic number 4, leading right into it. Gabe, when you're on your game, you're on your game, baby. Topic number 4. Should John Jones fight Aspinall or should he fight Pereira? What say you, Gabe?
I did a segue without even knowing I was doing a segue. Look at that.
Nice segue. Your best work. This is why you're the 4-time world champion, if you will. 4-time world champ. Get Mr. Gabe.
Aspinall. Like there's Pereira, like I'm sure there might be some I don't know, financial. And let's be honest, Pereira can knock anybody out.
Anybody.
But no, Aspinall is the fight that should happen.
I have to disagree with you, man. I have to fucking disagree with you.
Oh, okay.
Aspinall is that flavor of the month. Like, and God love him, he's a good flavor. He's a great flavor. When at Madison Square Garden, having breakfast downstairs, running into his dad, running into who was sitting at the same table. Great fucking people. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Couldn't happen to a nicer family. Both just classy fucking people. Aspinall reminds me a lot of Glover. Glover Teixeira was supposed to be that John Jones beater. Has reminded me of all the people in John Jones' career, in his storied career, that was going to be the next big thing and going to be the John Jones beater, that John Jones just cut right through. I do not feel that Tom Aspinall has quite yet deserved a John Jones fight.
You cannot deny he is the greatest fighter in the world.
When I'm up at night all alone, I'm thinking John Jones. When I'm eating an ice cream cone, I wanna be eating John Jones. Showing my doctor my gallstones, I wanna show my stones to John Jones. Wanna invest in making clones, super sexy clones of John Jones. He's a pound for pound, best around. Wanna take John Jones to Pound Town. A light heavyweight human highlight reel, now thicker than grandma's oatmeal. Love bones goes down to his bones toes. Watching John Jones shows, wearing John Jones clothes, hanging with John Jones hoes, doing John Jones blow, feeling my John Jones flow. My John Jones rhymes tighter than Tupac and Sugar 94. The goat from his John Jones feet down to his John Jones meat. There isn't another heavyweight that can't compete. John Jones makes my life complete. John Jones never cheats, skeet on John Jones teats. When I'm up at night all alone, I'm thinking John Jones. When I'm eating an ice cream cone, I wanna be eating John Jones. Showing my doctor my gallstones, I wanna show my stones to John Jones. Wanna invest in making clones, super sexy clones of John Jones. If you're feeling this John Jones beat, hottest thing on the streets, I ain't gay, ask Rhonda for receipts. This is the shit that'll have bitches clapping their cheeks, clapping their cheeks. Come on the mic and swing on the beat. John Jones on the floor, swinging his meat. Wait, just finished coming on the mic. Riding John Jones nuts like I'm riding a bike. When I'm up at night all alone, I'm thinking John Jones. When I'm eating the ice cream cone, I wanna be eating John Jones. Showing my doctor my gallstones, I wanna show my stones to John Jones. Wanna invest in making clones, super sexy clones of John Jones. I'm thinking John Jones. When I'm eating an ice cream cone, I wanna be eating John Jones. Showing my doctor my gallstones, I wanna show my stones to John Jones. Wanna invest in making clones, super sexy clones of John Jones.
Pereira deserves it all day fucking long. But Tom Aspinall, I think one or two more wins, one or two more fights, and then we can have a discussion John Jones versus Aspinall. I do not think he's deserved that accolade. And John Jones has earned that accolade, being on top of the game for so many years.
Stop. Aspinall is the interim champion.
Right.
He absolutely deserves to fight the champion.
Yeah,
there's no ifs and ands, have to fight one or two more guys. He has a belt. The only way to unify that belt is to fight John Jones.
And guess who decides that? But Gabe, who decides who's the interim champion? The UFC. It's a marketing tool. It's a marketing ploy. The belt is just a fucking prop to sell the next fight. The belt is just a selling. But besides when you fought, where it was 4-time world champion, Big Dick Bennett.
But that sells, and that and that is the rightful path. That is the rightful path. You're gonna just have the interim fight again, to keep the interim belt going, and then the champion's gonna fight the champion belt. So you cannot do that again. I guess if we're talking money, yeah, but dude, this is one of the things that I was just having a conversation about this earlier in the week. I missed the time frame when fighting was about let's see how good I am. I want to test myself, and I might fail, but let me see how good I actually am. And I might fail, but let's see. I understand the clout. I understand the fame. I understand the money. But, dude, fighting should be more than about that stuff. Dude, if you want to clout, fame, and money, go to do baseball.
Or go do Disney Channel. And then go into boxing and fight all these age legends.
Well, yeah. Well, those are all different pathways to and dude, you want to talk about clout chasing and money and fame? Jake Paul is way more famous than John Jones. Way more.
And that segues into our final topic. Are you ready for topic number 5?
Oh, look at that.
You're on fire. Let's go. Topic number 5. Topic number 5. Who should... We just talked about this. Jake Paul's next opponent. Should he... You have Tank calling him out. You have world champions now taking him out. Should Jake Paul now fight a boxer? An actual boxer?
He called out Canelo in the ring. Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
is there a height limit in boxing?
And my last question, what about you and Conor McGregor? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, he'll never do that though.
Why?
He knows. He knows way.
One, he's under contract. And
he's
two,
not his own boss.
And two, he won't do it. He knows better.
Oh, yes. Yes, he should. 100%.
Jake Paul right now is ranked in the top 30 right now in his weight division.
Wait, say that again?
So Jake Paul is now ranked in his division in cruiserweight.
How?
He's ranked in top 50.
How?
God knows. But because he's ranked, does that mean it's now time for 50 to fight 49 and 50 to fight 45 or 30 or actually a boxer? He's getting called out now by world champions.
Yeah.
World champions are now in his DMs. Tank said he would scorch him. Ryan Garcia is calling him out. Like, doesn't this is now the be all end all? Jake Paul needs to fight an actual fighter that is ranked in his division, that's actually ranked, and an actual boxer. Gabe, what say you?
I agree 100%. And so, I mean, look, he doesn't have to fight the marquee world champions. He doesn't have to fight like top 5. But like, dude, yeah, like fighting a top 15 ranked boxer. Let's see how he does against a top 15 ranked boxer. A legit boxer that's got some actual experience just boxing.
Okay, so how do you think he does against top 15, top 10?
Starched.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
No, I think he wouldn't do bad. I don't think he would do bad, but I think top 15 guys would give him a real. I think would beat him. I mean, what's Tommy Fury ranked?
Fuck if I know. I have no idea. He's playing against Darren Till coming up.
Yeah, I saw that. But like he's a legit boxer, not a world champion boxer, but he's a legit boxer. And now it was a competitive fight, but I thought he handled him the whole time.
All right, all my bros and hoes in different area codes of swollen notes and tiny chodes, this concludes Fight World Live on Amazon Prime. Gabe, final words and final thoughts from the four-time world champion, Mr. Gabe. Gabe, final words and final thoughts from you, good sir.
Well, it's always fun to go back to the show. Hopefully, we get the wiener hat going so Jake Hatton will feel a little more comfortable coming back on board. But
I'm not going to wear the wiener hat.
Well, I mean, it's some people are Welchers and some people are not. So, maybe next show it'll be Dave Potter by himself. Who knows? Oh,
what?
Could happen. Who knows? But what a great show. Appreciate that. Even with the Hitler haircut. Not really a big fan of that, but Hitler Youth haircut for David Potter. Shalom.
99999! Thank you very much for joining us for Fight World Live on Amazon Prime. This is Idolf Potter with four-time world champion, Mr. Gabe, signing off. We'll see you next week for Fight World Live on Amazon Prime. No, I'm not going to do the Nazi salute.
No.
Oh.